It's really a privilege to introduce our next guest. She has been a great guide for me as I've been chairman of our party here. She is a wonderful role model for strong conservative Republican women everywhere. She has come up through the ranks of politics, starting out as an activist, National Committee woman in Florida, and just has been such a clear, strong, articulate voice for Republican women and strong Republicans regardless of gender. Let's give a warm New Hampshire welcome to the co-chair of the Republican National Committee, Sharon Day.
Thank you. Well, welcome, and thank you, Jennifer, for that kind introduction. And I also want to congratulate Jennifer and her staff for this unbelievable event of what we have witnessed here. Absolutely. I think absolutely. To my fellow National Committee of men and women that are here, and also with New Hampshire's Juliana and Steve Dupree, also want to thank everyone for their efforts. But the real job that we have to do is you in this room. You in this room, we have a lot of work to do, and we know we have a lot of work to do. But it is my honor, it is my true honor to stand with you here today and to ask you to join me in one very loud, very clear voice that we are here and we are ready to stop Hillary Clinton. This country deserves better than a president that at every turn of her career has been involved in some sort of scandal or an effort to cover up some sort of scandal or some sort of secrecy. That's Hillary Clinton. That's the reality. When it comes to Hillary Clinton, we know that these are the things that define Hillary Clinton. This country deserves leaders who aren't afraid to answer the tough questions. And we see at every single term, Hillary Clinton won't even answer the simple questions. Like, why did she really use a private email server? What did she actually ever accomplish at the State Department? And where was she on the night of Benghazi? Now, if you believe her staff, absolutely, if you believe her staff, they will tell you she's trustworthy. And as MSNBC, where they're going to tell us that she's looking out for the little person. And her ads will tell her that she's relatable, like going into Chipotle with sunglasses on and never shaking a hand. So it is up to us as Americans to tell the story of the real Hillary Clinton. For example, she says on women's rights that she stands for women's rights. But the real Hillary Clinton, well, she accepts donations from foreign countries that oppress women. She says she's for equal pay. But the real Hillary Clinton, we know, paid more for the men in her Senate office than she did the women. She says she's in touch with the middle class and that she cares about income inequality. But the real Hillary Clinton that we know, well, she demands private jets. She charges our public universities $300,000 for a speech. And she thinks that she is dead broke while owning 2 houses. Hillary stands in front of women's groups across this country, and she states how much she stands with women. She states how much she cares for women. She states how much she's fighting for women's equality. And then she accepts their shiny awards and then gets on a jet paid for by the Clinton Foundation, and that was also paid for by individuals that gave money from governments like Oman, Algeria, Qatar, and Saudi Arabia. Countries that we know and that her own State Department said had mistreated and discriminated against women. Hillary needs to stop hiding. She owes America's real answers, and she owes the voters answers to our questions and our concerns. This is the reality we face. This is the real Hillary Clinton. And the real Hillary Clinton would be terrible for our country and terrible for our future. So while the Democrats are getting ready to coronate their candidate, Hillary Clinton, we have seen this weekend that our party is going to have a real competition of ideas and of solutions. And I think that's healthy. I think the sign of a growing and energetic party like ours, our Republican Party, is just what we have seen here this weekend. And I'm proud of our deep bench. And I'm proud that the voters are going to have an opportunity and a choice to answer the tough questions and to get their voices heard. I have to tell you, too, that as a woman, I hope one day we do have a woman president. But I'm going to tell you today, it's not that candidate, and it is not that woman. Now, I tell you, too, if we think it's going to be easy to stop Hillary with all the things that I've just said, it's going to take a lot of work. I've been a grassroots Republican activist for over 2 decades, so I've been around long enough to learn a few things about the Clintons. And one of the things that I have learned about the Clintons is that they will do and they will say anything for profit and for power. They will do anything to win, and they will act in any way to justify the end that gets them what they want. We all know the stakes are high. There's no question about that in any of our minds. And I want to encourage each of you in this room to stay engaged, to be part of the solution. Find a campaign or a victory office in your community and then volunteer. And bring your friends, bring your neighbors, bring your family with you. Go to GOP.com and use all the resources that the RNC has developed. And while you're there, join me and sign the petition to stop Hillary Clinton. America needs you. We need you. We need you to get involved and to be engaged. As Ronald Reagan once said, freedom is an obligation, a responsibility. Freedom is never more than one generation away from extinction. We didn't pass it on to our children in the bloodstream. It must be fought for, protected, and handed on for them to do the same. Or one day, we will spend our sunset years telling our children and our children's children what it was once like to live in the United States where men were free. All of us in this room, each and every single one of us, have a responsibility to do everything we can to secure a better future for this great country. We owe it to our founders. We owe it to the individuals who gave us this great republic and entrusted us to keep it and to protect it. They placed it in our hands to continue for that next generation. We owe it to our children and to our grandchildren. I have 5 grandchildren. I have 2 grandsons, 3 granddaughters, and I want them to grow up in a country where anything is possible, just like it's been for you and I. I want them to know that they can do anything they want to do with their lives, not just what a federal government, an overreaching federal government, allows them to do. When I go to the voting booth, I'm not thinking of myself, I'm thinking of them. I'm thinking about which party will protect them and the threats at home and abroad. I'm thinking about which party will expand the freedom for them to pursue their dreams. And I vote confidently and proudly for our Republican Party and our candidates because our party has the right answers, our party has the right solutions, our party has the way forward for the next generation. I hope when you leave here today, you will leave with renewed purpose, knowing that we don't just have to hope for a better future, that together that we will build a better future, that we will continue to make America strong and a beacon of hope, a country where every dream is possible for every child and no dream is too big to accomplish, and where together we show the world that America is still that shining city on a hill that everybody can inspire and be inspired by for a better way. May God bless each of you, and may God bless our proud military men, women, and their families, and may God continue to bless this, our country, the greatest nation in the world, our United States of America. Godspeed on our journey together. God bless.